Welcome, guys. I'm going for the qualifier play-in now. Tried the Arena Open earlier, didn't do so well. Um, so we'll give this a shot. So it's Duskmourne sealed. My deck earlier was I went for a red-green Delirium deck, and it had Peer Past the Veil, which is a red-green card draw card. I never actually drew it, I think, in the tournament. I went 0-3, so I didn't necessarily see that many of my cards. Um, so yeah, this is, in fact, it's instant speed card draw. It's 4 mana. Discard your hand. Draw X cards, where X is the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. And I think there's 6 different card types. In theory, you could draw 6 with this. It's not going to happen very often, but you can dream. We'll look at the other red rare here, which is called Screaming Nemesis. So a 3/3 haste for 3. That's quite good. Whenever Screaming Nemesis is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to any other target. If the player is dealt damage this way, they can't gain life for the rest of the game. Oh, I like that. Okay, so that's a pretty solid red kind of aggro 3-drop. It might it gives them maybe a tricky blocking. It's probably not going to 2-for-1 them too often. They're probably just going to let it through. But yeah, there's the threat of maybe 2-for-1ing. And obviously stopping life gain could be nice. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. We have a white rare here and a room enchantment. Dazzling Theatre and Prop Room. Creature spells you cast have Convoke. So for 4 mana, enchantment makes your creatures a bit easier to cast. You can tap your other creatures basically to cast your to pay for 1 mana. So if you go for lots of small creatures, that could work. Prop Room, untap each creature you control during each other player's untap step. Okay, so that's a little bit like having vigilance on all your creatures. Um, or obviously you're untapping the ones you've used for Convoke as well. Convoke is important as well in this set because you've got the Survivor mechanic, where you get a reward if your creature is tapped at the start of the second main phase. So usually from attacking, but in this case you can kind of cheat the system and use them to convoke things out. So that could be interesting. It's not the most impactful thing, but with other cards maybe that could work. We have Demonic Council. Search your library for a demon card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. With Delirium, you can search for any card and then shuffle. Okay, so it's a tutor card. There's a good chance we won't have any demon cards at all in limited. So, except the thing next to it is actually a warlock. It's not a demon. Okay, right, fair enough. No, probably unplayable. Unfortunately, I think if we have to wait for Delirium before this does anything, it's not that great. It's a bit of a liability. Victor Valgavoth's Seneschal, black, white, and 1 for a 3/3. So eerie is, I guess, whenever an enchantment enters, or when you fully unlock a room. Surveil 2. If this is the first time this ability is resolved this turn. Okay, yeah, I see. Surveil 2 if it's the first time. If it's the second time, each opponent discards a card. Okay. And if it's the third time, put a creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. If you can arrange to have 3 enchantments come into play, or maybe unlock a room as well, um, that could be pretty good. Not going to happen very often, I would suggest. Right, ghostly dancers. 2/5 flying for 5 mana. When they enter, return an enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand, or unlock a locked door of a room you control. There you go, that could save you a lot of mana. Some of the rooms are very expensive. Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, create a 3/1 white spirit creature token with flying. So that's really good. Okay, this reminds me a bit of that 4-mana enchantment that would make spirit creatures whenever you played an enchantment. And that was good. Also, it's making creatures. We like having lots of creatures with our Convoke as well. We have a black card here, Unholy Annex. So for 3 mana, beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you control a demon, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. So you're drawing, at worst, you're drawing a card every turn for 2 life points, which isn't too bad. But yeah, if you're getting hammered by an aggro deck, it's maybe not so good. The Ritual Chamber is 5 mana, and it makes a 6/6 demon creature token with flying. Pretty good. So yeah, pretty awesome, really. 6/6 flying. Onto the blue rare here. Tale of Tamio. That's a mill enchantment. So the first 3 steps are all the same. Mill 2 cards. If 2 cards that share a card type were milled this way, draw a card. And repeat this process. So I guess you could mill 2 lands. Then you draw a card and mill 2 more. Exile any number of target instant sorcery or Tamio Planeswalker cards from your graveyard. Copy them. You may cast any number of the copies. Okay, step 4. Yep, interesting stuff. A lot of self-mill. And potential value there at step 4. Appear past the veil was red-green card draw card. But I like the look of black and white here. That could be good. That could have potential. Got a couple of rooms that might be okay, and really good enchantment payoff in Ghostly Dancers. Victor's not too bad. Probably won't play. We might not use Demonic Council though. Okay, let's just right. I'm going to look at the rares again and leave out the Demonic Council. I think everything else is pretty good. We'll just we might look at black and white first. So white has jump scare. Okay, so that is jump scare is a combat trick. Pretty good. Yeah, we've seen the Possessed Goat. That becomes a 4/4. If you pay 3 mana, discard a card. Okay. What we're looking for here are removal cards. So Unwanted Remake is good. That's a cheap removal card. Destroy target creature. Its controller manifests dread. So if you're unlucky, something nasty could happen as a result. But we've got Sheltered by Ghosts. This is one of the best uncommons in the set. So this removes something until it leaves the battlefield. You have to. It's an aura that goes on one of your creatures. It gives it lifelink, ward 2, +1 power as well. So pretty good. Acrobatic Cheerleader. Okay, so the these guys can become flying if they are tapped. I think that's good. I think I'm going to think about those. Right, Orphans of the Wheat. I see you can pump them up with by tapping other creatures. That goes really well with your survival mechanic. Yeah. I think I'm going to consider that. Carded Escort. Make something indestructible. There's another thing that goes well with survivors, I would notice. We have a... Oh, cool. We have a black-white land. We've got the Rite of the Moth as well to bring stuff back. I think the Escort is going to be quite good if I'm going to play a lot of survivors. Living Phone. When it dies, you can get another creature card from your deck from the top 5 cards. Which is not bad, but so we'll leave that for a second. Unsettling Twins, Manifest Dread. So it's a couple of 2/2s basically. Not too bad. Seize from Slumber is a removal spell, that's good. We have another room, Surgical Suite. When you unlock this door, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from graveyard to battlefield. Hospital Room, whenever you attack, put +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. I'm not sure why a Hospital Room would necessarily do that, but there you go. We like that, I think. I'm going to add these lands as well, just for a bit. We'll go straight to black and have a look. Fear of Lost Teeth deals 1 damage to something when it dies, basically. I think we'll skip that. Final Vengeance is a good removal spell, which needs sacrifice fodder, like Fear of Lost Teeth, so yeah, we want that one. We ignore the Demonic Council. In fact, let's just do a little search for demons. Miasma Demon, so we do have a and Vile Mutilator. We have a couple of actual demons in the deck. Isn't that interesting? So, Miasma Demon, when he enters, you may discard any number of cards. When you do, up to that many target creatures get -2/-2 to end of turn. That's pretty good. That's really good. That's fantastic. Well, we want that. Vile Mutilator, 7 mana, 6/5, Flying Trample. You have to sacrifice creature or enchantment. When it enters, each opponent sacrifices a non-token enchantment and a non-token creature. Yeah, that seems amazing, honestly. We could even play Demonic Council to try and find those creatures. I'm still not convinced. That's a good idea. Give in to violence. Now that gives +2/+2 and lifelink. That helps you race people. That seems quite good. Innocuous Rat manifests Dread. So basically leaves a 2/2 behind, which is quite good. Winter's Intervention is removal. We want that. Got a flash 3/2 creature, so that's sort of like removal. It could jump in and block something. We'll leave that. Fear of the Dark. 5/5. And against Menace and Death Touch, if your opponent has no Glimmer creatures, which seems quite specific, so it's probably just a 5/5 Menace Death Touch most of the time. That seems good. And Live or Die is a 5 mana removal or reanimation spell, which seems good. Skull Snap, Nuisance, 1/4 flyer. 2 mana, okay. Drag to the roots. Oh. Destroy target non-land permanent. Cost 2 if it's you've got Delirium. That's really good. And I've got 2 of those. I've got to think seriously about splashing green now. Let's add those for a second. I'm gonna add that for a second. Let's go to green and see how good green is. Cathartic Parting, so it's like a disenchant. You can get rid of an artifact or an enchantment, and then you get to shuffle stuff into your library for things. I quite like cards like that, but you're not guaranteed to be fighting against artifacts and enchantments. Right, Horrid Vigor is Death Touch and Indestructible. That's a pretty good combination of things for combat trick. Monstrous Emergence. You can pick something from your hand, and it's basically like a punch card. I think that's pretty good. Cryptid Inspector. I see. It gets stronger the more times you can manifest Dread. Yeah, it's okay. But I'm not sure we're gonna trigger that very often. Grasping Longneck has reach, so I like that one. Cautious Survivor can gain us a bit of life. Bashful Beastie manifest Dread when it dies, so it's quite good. It's quite good. We've got Greenhouse. Okay, that lets lands make any mana of any colour. And then Rickety Gazebo. Mill 4 and return 2 permanent cards from among them to your hand. Okay. So, yeah, it's basically draw 2, isn't it? Baseball bat. Not that interesting. Oblivious Bookworm. 2/3. Draw a card. Discard in end step. Unless you had a face down permanent. Or turn a face down. Turn something face up. Okay. Bit of card draw. Could be quite good. Yeah, I think that's worth thinking about. I will look at the other colours now. I'll look at blue. Unable to Scream's a removal. Basically, make something 0/2. Creeping Peeper. So that's a mana dork that that's sort of restricted. Can only be spent on enchantment spells, unlocking doors, or turning permanents face up. I think that might be quite good. Floodpits Drowner is really good. For 4 mana, effectively, you can shuffle something back into the deck. Okay, stay hidden, stay silent, tap something down. First Windbreaker seems good. It gives it's Manifest Dread, but it gives the thing flying. That thing's got flying, so that's good. Okay, draw 2 and make a 1/1 creature. Not bad. Okay, there's a 4-mana removal spell. And you've got a couple of these underwater tunnels. So for 1 mana you can surveil 2. Slimy Aquarium makes a 3/3 Manifest Dread. That's actually pretty good for just early on trying to find your next land. Megalodon is good. It's got Island Cycling. So I've added all of the blue cards really. Duskmourne's Domination for 6 mana. 6 mana control magic. But it gets -3 power and loses all abilities. It's an expensive removal spell. You basically get a chump blocker out of it. It's still probably quite good. Meat Locker. Tap a creature and put 2 stun counters. That's nice. And a bit of card draw. Yeah, pretty good. Look at red. Right, Piggy Bank. It's not bad. Drops a treasure token when it dies. Pyroclasm's pretty good. Ragged Playmate. Can make stuff unblockable. That can be quite useful. We've got a removal spell. Untimely Malfunction. That seems actually pretty good. I mean, 1 or 2 target creatures can't block this turn. You usually pay... In previous sets, that card has cost 4 mana to stop... but usually it's none of your opponent's creatures can block. But that's still quite good. I do like changing the target of a target spell or ability as well. That could be quite funny. I think that might be quite strong. You're being hunted is 4/2, must be blocked. 4/2 haste. Yeah, pretty good. Boiler Bilge's Ripper. Sacrifice something that it does 2 damage. Yeah, that's good. That's removal, and that's got mounted cycling, so that's good. So I've included most of those as well. Okay, artifacts. Bear Trap does 3 damage, yep. That's removal. Look at face down creatures. Surveil 2 and draw. Quite nice. Okay, each player draws a card from that. So lets you sack things, draw cards, which is quite good. And I do like the Chandelier because it's basically a flying creature. So footage is just cheap card draw and surveil. I think that's good. A bit of early mana fixing. See how much we picked out of that. Yeah, not many green things. Wasn't necessarily that impressed. I guess these things are playable. Maybe you just want to splash green for drag to the roots. I think we drop Peer past the Vale. So we've got green, white, green, blue. I think we're definitely playing black. Have a look at these red cards. I think, yeah, we've got Pyroclasm. Yeah. Screaming Nemesis is quite nice, but doesn't necessarily go with our other cards that well. So if we go blue-black, we get a Skull Snap Nuisance. Another cheap little flyer. But white-black, we've got Victor and Rite of the Moth, which seems pretty good. So let's just try cutting blue as well. Gets us to 42 cards. We've got plenty of things we can pop in. There's a question, do we want to try and splash for drag to the roots? Is that possible? Actually, maybe we've got more chance of splashing red. We've got a couple of red lands there. But maybe nothing in red we want to, that's worth splashing for. I don't think we really got anything that any mana fixing. I think we'll give up on drag to the roots. I don't think we'll be able to cast it, honestly. just have a look at what this looks like. Well, there's a lot of very expensive things I notice. 5 drops and 6 drops. Doesn't seem right. We can play that for 3. I guess what they're doing there, maybe they're adding the 2 mana costs together, which isn't very helpful. So really, we've got a couple of extra 3 drops there. That's a potential 2 drop. Might want to question whether we need another big flyer. We might not need the chandelier. Got 2 big late game flyers. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're playing ghostly dancers, so this is our big payoff for enchantments. We make flying spirit creatures, and Victor as well has a bit of is eerie as well. Yeah, that guy has eerie. I think there's not much else. Yeah, it's just this one blue creature. Modern School. Not necessarily that important. Orphans of the Wheat is a bit iffy as well. But I do like the Acrobatic Cheerleaders. I think that's going to work quite well. Because we're using Final Vengeance, that needs something sacrificed, so we should possibly think about these sacrifice creatures like fear of sacrifice fodder, like Innocuous Rat. Chuck the Innocuous Rat in. I suppose the twins are manifesting dread, so that might be quite good. And I suppose the more enchantments, the better as well. Fear of Lost Teeth is an enchantment. I add all of our enchantments. We'll see where that puts us. That is actually 40 cards, right? But yeah, bit of a top-heavy deck. We can imagine us getting stuck with lots of expensive stuff. Anyway, I think that is a good first pass at a deck. I think I'm going to have to give this some thought. We probably want to put something impressive on the front of the deck. Probably Victor. There we go. Not sure that works. Right, never mind. Thanks for watching so far. I think that's the end of part 1. Okay, so I've kept the deck as is. I think what we might be looking at is the greediest version of the deck. I've not tried to cut any of the expensive cards. We'll just see how we do. We might do a little bit better with, another 2-drop, another 3-drop. But I like having as many enchantments in the deck as possible. Yeah, we've got 8. It's not a huge number, but it's as many as we can fit in the deck in 2 colours, I think. So I'm happy with that. I'm not going to play the combat tricks because, well, we've only got 11 creatures. Yeah, there's just it doesn't seem quite worth it. So we will just go for it. See what happens. I fully expect another 0-3. To be honest, I don't have huge confidence in this deck either. I mean, I thought that the green-red deck I had earlier was better than this, but we'll see. Okay, good opener. Got Plains and Swamp. I say good opener. I'm looking at the expense of all of these cards. We're not going to play anything till turn 5, it's looking like. My philosophy here is I can always top deck cheap things. Just like, if you don't have any lands, you can top deck lands. So I'm going to keep the hand, and it could be suicidal, but I'll stick with that decision. Look, we top decked a 2-drop, so I mean a 2/2 creature, so I don't know if that's going to do much, but it's worth a shot. All these people with their Terramorphic Expanses. I better check actually that I don't have one. Good. We want to get to 5 mana so we can actually cast the things in our hand. That costs 2 to kill a tapped creature, by the way. Seized from Slumber, so that is a little bit cheaper potentially. I like how this one is 7 and it costs a creature or an enchantment, which you need to sacrifice. So we've got green, black. Blown up straight away. Oh. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, so that's our 5th land actually, so in 2 turns time we're really going to be cooking. We are going to be dropping fatty after fatty. Well, we've got one fatty. This is destroy creature or reanimate. What's the other side of this door do? Oh yeah, the death touch +1. If it attacks alone. Ah, well, he had an answer to my creature. Okay, we've drawn Final Vengeance. This is the one where we need to sacrifice a creature or an enchantment. Yeah, of the dark. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Well, we've just drawn an Innocuous Rat. I mean, I could play my own Fear of the Dark, but his one's going to get Menace, so I won't be able to block it. I could seize it from Slumber, but I think it's a good opportunity to use an Innocuous Rat. And a Final Vengeance, that sort of perfect combination, really. Because I could have held on to the rat for the... oh. Right, yes, we want the creature. Essentially could at least draw a land, but we can turn that face up next turn. Right. We cannot turn it face up, unfortunately. We've got Unwanted Remake. We've got Seize from Slumber as well. To deal with that thing. Do we want to risk him untapping? Or do we want to spend 5 mana now? Just to destroy it. Yeah, let's do that. Use that, of course, that he manifests Dread, so he would off probably. How many more huge creatures does he have? Double red. First strike during your turn. Whenever an opponent draws a card. This thing does me a point of damage. Okay, that's nice. So I can stop a point of damage by hitting it with Unwanted Remake. I'm okay with a point of damage. Let's see what I get. That's okay. Drew a land. We can turn Miasma Demon face up. I think I discard Unwanted Remake and kill Razorkin Needlehead, right? Oh, I think no, that's an enter trigger, so it doesn't work. Yeah. Never mind. He's got a Vile Mutilator. Of course he does. I would like to draw a card. Okay, well, we've got 6 mana. I think this is this calls for an Unwanted Remake on this chap. Gets the Manifest Dread. Now, we've got Live or Die. Instant speed, can return a creature, can return the demon, discard something, and kill. Or I could just play one of these 5/5s. Yeah, the point is I could kill this face down card before he turns it face up. Okay, let's do it now. Miasma Demon. I'm going to discard one of these guys and do that. See what I got rid of. It was a creature. maybe it was a good idea to do that. Some fun on that. Get a swamp off the top. Right, what's this thing do? Both draw 2. And it does some other thing. Some damage is happening. Oh yeah, because I'm drawing cards, that's right. You've got a Painter's Studio. End of next turn. So all of these cards are exiled. Okay. We've drawn land number 7, so I can do a Vile Mutilator, or can I? No, I can't, because I need to sacrifice a creature. Is his last card removal? Oh, he's got unlock there, so he can do that. And I think we let that through. Because of course it's going to be an instant speed bomb spell, isn't it? Oh wait, no, he's got Winter's Intervention, which does 2 damage, so actually yes. He's got us there. He gets through. And 2 damage, and okay. Alright. So what's the deal with the Vile Mutilator? Is it worth it? Yeah, he loses enchantment and he loses the creature. Or I could just do Winter's Intervention and kill his creature, which might be a better idea. I'll do that now. Kills my creature, it's pretty bad news. Ah, perfect. We get a little sacrifice fodder creature. That's just what we wanted to see. We did have instant speed removal. Well done. Okay. Right, play this chap out. We want you to play a creature now. The trouble is, if I risk attacking with this, you might have a kill target attacking creature. Usually it's white that has those cards. I might regret doing this, but I'm going to attack. And I might wait till he has a... I'm going to be greedy. I'll wait till he has a creature. I'm going to do found footage. Draw a card off this. Oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Get rid of that swamp. And we'll play Victor. Grab the prize. Is discard and draw 2. Oh Jesus, okay, it's something horrendous. Yeah, 6/5. It's Vile Mutilator time. We're gonna ping that one. Nice. I'm glad I held on to it. This works. It did work. Okay, cool. I think I could have sacrificed a 5/5 to kill a 2/2 creature. Yet another Impossible Inferno, and he lets him draw another card, which gets him a 3/2 blocker. So I might still lose this. Oh god, he's got another huge creature. This is getting quite silly. Okay, so... does 3 damage to target creature. Doesn't go face. This doesn't have first strike or anything. I'm just going to attack. So he has to block. Between the two of them, they can kill the 7/6. He's still got a 3/2 haste creature for next turn. The other stuff. Oh, okay, he's 4/3 because of Delirium. So, 2-turn clock. I draw a land. Been here before. He had an impressive amount of card draw, I guess. Oh, he had turn inside out, so I'm down to 1 now. And I get another land. But it's untapped because I'm below 13 life, so there you go. And we managed to lose that one. Wow. I think I played optimally as well. I didn't make any horrendous mistakes. I didn't sacrifice the 5/5 to kill the 2/2. Didn't sort of get overexcited there. I'm trying to think. I might have been able to play more aggressively. I might have been able to play out my creature, my big creature earlier. Which might have won me the game, but I did. But I felt like I played optimally and waited for him. Because he just top decked fatty after fatty after fatty. I think he had 3 in a row, and I killed the first 2. Right? What did I? There was a big green thing that was like 5/6, and it was the then we killed the 7/6, and then it was the 4/3 haste that got me. Let's think about this. So we've got the double swamp start. We managed to draw both of our demons. No white mana for any of our removal. I think we have to mulligan them. Ah, perfect. Okay, 3 lands. That's good. We've got a 3-drop. Rite of the Moth, live or die. Keep 6. Put the 5 mana spell on the bottom. Play a swamp. There we go. We can play a bear trap. We might as well play the bear trap. Icing with it. Damage. And we'll just pop them with a bear trap. Just thinking this has to be a great creature in my graveyard. Vicious 2/3. Okay, we will play. But will he survive long enough to get be a target for Sheltered by Ghosts? So that gets up to 4/3. Nasty. No, Victor's dead. He just hovered over him. So dead. He's got the 7/6 in his hand. Maybe it might even be the same player. I'd keep track of the names. Okay, well, I mean, feels like our only play is bringing this guy back out. I suppose the idea, yeah, the idea is we could wait until we can do Sheltered by Ghosts, but Not sure. They'll still be able to kill it, even with Drew Ward 2, probably. Alright, he didn't kill it. That's 5 power. Maybe it is dead. Maybe he's got a 1 power fight card or something. Ghosts. Keys to the house. Ah, yeah, that's a nice one. So it's just sacrifice, get basic land in the hand. Oh, and 3 mana to unlock a door or lock a door. Nice. Interesting. We can actually do flashback Rite of the Moth next turn. So let's recap. +1 power, lifelink, and ward. So I think best of taking out the blocker here. Okay, choose the triggers. Steal most valuable slayer. We can get rid of both of those. He's got, yeah, it's not. I thought that was a bear trap for a second. I forgot what it was. No, I'm the one who had the bear trap. Okay, getting a land. See if he, yeah, he's just a 2-color deck. 5 mana, 3 cards. He's got like a really strong creature. Balustrade Worm. We draw a land. Perfect. But we've got lifelink, so there is hope. There is hope. It feels really stupid to do this, but I could flashback Rite of the Moth to get my 1/1 creature back. And then that's an enchantment coming into play, which lets me surveil for 2 points, for 2 cards, which might be what we're reduced to doing here, because he could have the win. Yeah, I think unfortunately that just seems like the play. And then we have a removal card. Great. View the battlefield. The cheerleader just dies to the clown. I'm gonna get rid of the cheerleader. This thing is trample, isn't it? Yeah. Manifest Dread. Okay. It's pumped up. And I think the Balustrade Worm he's got Delirium, so that is coming back, unfortunately. That's the bad news. And he's got another removal. Of course he does. Okay, that's come back, of course. We can only stop 1 damage, so what I would say. Destroy attack. Oh no. Wrong move. Wrong move. Wait for him to kill it in his attack phase, so let's actually stop some damage. That's the other side of it. And you can give target attacking creature double strike. Okay. Ah, right. So he's just got too many creatures he's attacking with, I think. So he is, yeah, branching it all out. He knows I've got an instant speed removal. That's got double strike. So he's managing to... but I will... Let's see, I think if I die to the double strike... Well, I don't know if this is going to the graveyard, so I don't think it will trigger, unfortunately. That's a shame. But, yeah, we just got a bit overpowered and manhandled again. Just a stronger deck, stronger draws. I gave a good account of myself, but it felt like... yeah, that's this one. Of course, it's only 2 losses for this qualifier, so that's me out. So yeah, I've gone 0-3-0-2 today. We will have a little look at the deck. And I thought my red-green deck was a bit stronger because it had a bit of ramp at the start and some large creatures, whereas it's like a ramp deck but without any ramp, so it's a bit iffy. But we actually, I wasn't sitting around stuck with loads of big creatures in my hand in that one. I played everything out. I just drew quite a lot of land. I'm not pretty religiously sticking to 17 land. But it seems like the right thing to do. But you could go to 18 land for an expensive deck with expensive cards, I suppose. But yeah, we're missing something. It's like they draw more creatures and more removal. It feels like, I suppose, sheltered by ghosts. When they can deal with this, you're getting 2 for 1 because you've lost the enchantment and the creature, and they get their creature back. That is the drawback of this card. It's a fantastic card, but it's not so good once they can deal with it. Final Vengeance, of course, I'm 2 for 1ing myself as well. Got to sacrifice a little creature to use that one. And this Unwanted Remake is the same. They get to Manifest Dread with that removal spell. So, you can sort of slow down your opponent with these removal spells, and then hopefully land a Haymaker later with Miasma Demon and Vile Mutilator. But it's not quite worked out today. I was hoping to play some rooms this time. I might have played 1 room. Yeah. We're hoping for Ghostly Dancers and getting the payoff on these and making spirit creature tokens. Yeah. But it's not. It wasn't to be. We can have a look at some other colours. Blue always seems quite good, really. Lots of flying creatures and things. Feels like it could be quite good. Yeah, the guy in the first game, he had just a string of huge creatures at the end. Yeah, one of them was a bedhead beastie. Then he had the green 7/6. It was a pretty effective bit of top decking he managed to do, I think, because I was definitely winning that game at a certain point, but yeah, he knew how to top deck. I think probably right to leave out Drag to the Roots. I don't think you can. There wasn't really the option to splash for green. I didn't have enough things. It's nice having just a 4 mana kill spell that's sometimes a 2 mana kill spell, but I don't think that was going to pay off too well. Anyway, I think I'll click on claim. I don't think I get anything, or I get 500 gems. No, that's some consolation. And I think that is a video. Thanks for watching.